You swipe, you tap, you insert. Your debit card feels safe sitting inside your wallet. But right now, criminals are stealing money from people who never lost their cards, never shared their passwords, and never clicked a suspicious link. Across the country, bank accounts are being drained through invisible scams designed to bypass everything you thought was protecting your money. And the worst part is this. Most victims do not even realize they were targeted until their balance suddenly hits zero. Today, we are exposing the newest debit card scams spreading right now. These attacks are smarter, faster, and nearly impossible to detect in real time. If you still use your debit card for daily purchases, especially at restaurants, hotels, charging stations, or public terminals, you could already be vulnerable without knowing it. Watch this entire video carefully because the final scam can steal money while your card never even leaves your pocket. Let us begin with one of the fastest growing scams in America right now, the restaurant QR code hijack. You sit down at a crowded restaurant with friends or family. Instead of a physical menu, there is only a small QR code sticker on the table. You scan it with your phone like everyone else. The menu loads perfectly. The restaurant logo looks real. The prices look normal. At the end of the meal, you click the payment button and enter your debit card information directly into the website. Seconds later, the page thanks you for your payment. Everything appears completely normal, but the QR code was fake. Earlier that day, a scammer quietly placed a counterfeit sticker directly over the restaurant's real code during the lunch rush. The fake website copied everything perfectly, including the branding, fonts, and payment layout. The moment you typed your debit card number, expiration date, and security code, your banking information was transmitted directly to criminals waiting somewhere else with a laptop. A woman from Chicago lost over $2,000 after using a fake restaurant payment page at a luxury steakhouse. The bank refused to refund her because technically she entered her own information willingly. That is exactly why these scams are exploding right now. Criminals no longer need to force their way into your bank account. They simply trick you into opening the door yourself. And what happens next becomes even more dangerous. Because the next scam targets people completely alone at remote electric vehicle charging stations late at night. You finally arrive at your hotel after a long, exhausting trip. You throw your luggage onto the bed, sit down, and immediately search for the hotel Wi-Fi. Within seconds, a network appears using the exact same name as the hotel. You connect to it without hesitation because everything looks official. A welcome page pops onto your screen asking for your room number and last name. Then it offers a premium high-speed internet upgrade for only $9.99. It feels completely normal. You enter your debit card information to unlock faster internet for your stay. But that network never belonged to the hotel. This is called an evil twin Wi-Fi attack, and it is quietly spreading through hotels, airports, cafes, and resorts across the country. Cybercriminals carry portable routers hidden inside backpacks or suitcases. They clone the official hotel network name and create a fake login page that looks identical to the real one. Because the scammer's router is physically closer to your room than the hotel's actual server, your phone automatically connects to the stronger signal. The moment you type your debit card details into the fake portal, the criminals instantly capture everything. A businessman from Florida lost over $4,000 during a work trip after connecting to a fake hotel network in Miami. The hackers used his debit card information to buy cryptocurrency within minutes. By the time he realized what happened, the money had already vanished through multiple overseas transactions. But the scams do not stop there. Criminals are now using something even more dangerous called the buy now, pay later identity hijack. Instead of draining your debit card all at once, they slowly bleed your account through fake installment loans. Here's how it works. Scammers buy stolen debit card data online, then use your identity to open financing plans through services like Afterpay, Klarna, or Affirm. They purchase expensive laptops, designer handbags, and electronics using your name while your debit card quietly funds the monthly payments. At first, the charges seem small enough to ignore. Maybe $100, maybe $250. The bank sees these transactions as legitimate installment payments from trusted financial companies, so fraud alerts often never trigger. Meanwhile, criminals walk away with thousands of dollars in merchandise. A teacher from Texas discovered recurring charges connected to a loan service she never used. By the time investigators finally stopped the fraud, Months had passed, and her account had already lost thousands. And the next scam becomes even more terrifying because it happens while ordinary people are simply buying groceries at self-checkout machines. You walk into your local grocery store after work. The self-checkout area is crowded, noisy, and chaotic. One employee is trying to monitor 10 different machines at once while customers scan groceries as quickly as possible. You grab a few items, walk up to an open kiosk, and begin checking out like you always do. Everything looks perfectly normal. The screen works. The scanner beeps correctly. The payment terminal lights up exactly the way it should. What you do not realize is that the entire payment terminal covering the machine is fake. Modern criminals are no longer attaching small skimmers to card slots. They are now building complete full-body overlays designed to perfectly cover the entire checkout terminal. The fake shell copies the real machine's shape, buttons, keypad, screen, and even the contactless payment symbol. Earlier that day, a scammer distracted the store employee for only a few seconds while another criminal snapped the counterfeit terminal directly over the real one. You insert your debit card and type your PIN without noticing anything unusual. But inside the fake shell, hidden hardware instantly records your card information and PIN code. Seconds later, the stolen data is transmitted wirelessly to criminals waiting outside in a nearby car. A retired man from Ohio lost his entire monthly pension after buying groceries at a supermarket self-checkout kiosk. His bank denied the fraud claim because the thieves used his exact PIN during the cash withdrawals, making the transactions appear legitimate. But even these hardware scams are not the most dangerous attacks anymore. The next scam does not require fake machines, hidden devices, or stolen cards. It attacks your emotions directly. Imagine sitting at home when your phone suddenly vibrates with an urgent warning message. The text claims an $800 purchase was made on your account for a new laptop or expensive software subscription. Panic hits instantly. The message includes a customer support number and warns you to call immediately if you did not authorize the payment. You call the number, desperate to stop the fraud. A calm professional voice answers and explains that your account was targeted by hackers. They promise to reverse the transaction immediately, but first ask you to download a remote support application so they can securely process the refund. Once they gain access to your computer, they manipulate your banking screen to make it appear as though they accidentally refunded you too much money. Suddenly, your screen shows an extra $8,000 deposit. The scammer pretends to panic, cries over the phone, and begs you to wire back the mistaken amount before they lose their job. Victims believe they are helping an employee fix a harmless mistake, but in reality, the deposit was fake and the money they send comes directly from their own savings. And the final scam is even more terrifying because it can steal your money without touching your phone, your computer, or even your debit card. Your phone suddenly rings in the middle of the afternoon. The caller ID shows the official name of your bank's fraud department. The voice on the other end sounds calm, professional, and urgent. They explain that hackers are currently trying to link your debit card to a new digital wallet from another state. To stop the attack, they say they must verify your identity immediately. At that exact moment, your phone receives a real security code from your bank through text message. The caller instructs you to read the 6-digit code out loud so they can block the hackers before your account is drained. Everything feels legitimate. The phone number looks real. The text message truly came from your bank. Most people would trust it completely. But the person on the phone is the criminal. This scam is called the digital wallet provisioning exploit, and it is becoming one of the fastest growing financial crimes in the world. Criminals buy stolen debit card numbers online, then attempt to add those cards onto their own smartphones using Apple Pay or Google Pay. The bank sends a verification code to the real customer's phone for security. The scammer then tricks the victim into revealing that code over the phone. The moment you speak the code aloud, the criminals instantly link your debit card to their own device. Minutes later, they walk into stores and begin purchasing expensive electronics, gift cards, and luxury items using only their phone. To the bank, every transaction appears fully authorized because the correct security code was used during setup. A business owner from Illinois lost over $4,000 within minutes after giving a scammer his verification code during a fake fraud alert call. His bank refused reimbursement because the transactions came from a verified digital wallet connection. But the final scam is even more terrifying because it requires absolutely no interaction from you at all. This is the contactless ATM relay attack. You are standing in line at a coffee shop or waiting for a bus. Your debit card remains safely inside your pocket or purse the entire time. A criminal standing nearby carries a hidden radio frequency transmitter inside a backpack. That device silently communicates with the chip inside your debit card through the air. At the same moment, another criminal stands at a contactless ATM miles away holding a second device connected to the first attacker through the internet. The signal from your card is instantly relayed across the network directly into the ATM machine. The ATM believes your physical card is present even though it never left your pocket. Once the criminals enter your PIN, the machine dispenses cash normally while you continue standing there completely unaware your account is being emptied in real time.